Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. So we're making changes. It's the beginning of the year. Where do I recommend you start? And how do you change things this year? How do you make this the best year ever? I'd start with the end. Begin with the end in mind. You see, you may recognize that as one of the 7 habits of highly effective people identified by Stephen Covey, but I'm telling you, it's a concept that I believe in and I recommend. You see, we're working together to change your life, and only people who watch this channel want to make a change because they're either uncomfortable with their current situation, they're going through a crisis, or a dream is calling them forward. But you're here watching this channel because you want to make a change, and I believe in you, and I can show you how to make that change. You see, whether you want to reinvent yourself, improve your health, start a business, you receive a wonderful gift when you decide to change something in your life. You receive growth. You see, you get to learn about yourself, question your beliefs, and stretch into the unknown. And when a person asks for help, well, I tell you what, I'm always usually one of the first people who steps up and says, I will help. And the first question that I ask is, what do you really want? Now, when is the last time you stopped to think about what you really want to achieve in your life? Many people never seriously ask themselves this question, and as a result, they never end up accomplishing much. And I don't want that to happen to you. So today I want to shed some light on this topic and share some strategies for changing your life by beginning with the end in mind. And the most important thing to find is that once you know what you want, where you want to go in your life, you should then figure out one more thing before you move forward. And I tell you what, think of it this way. You walk into the mall, and just inside the door, you see a map with a location of all the stores, restaurants, everything that's in that building, right? Now, what are the most important things for you to find on that map? Well, the first thing we look for is the "You Are Here" mark, and that's the location of where we are, and then we want to look and see the location of where we want to go. Because you see, once you know where you are, and then where you want to go, you know which direction to start moving, and the steps to achieving your goals become clear. You see, you gain tremendous clarity by knowing where you are and where you want to go. So now that that makes sense, here's the deal. All things are created twice. First, you create them here, then you create them in the real world. Now you see, physical creations follow mental ideas and images. And to make your deepest desires a reality, you need to first be clear about what you want and then hold that image in your mind. You see, if you're ready to figure out what you really want to achieve in your life, here are a few things you can do to help you achieve, beginning with the end in mind. And the first thing to do is, as I always say, dream big. Think about things that inspire, uplift, and motivate you. What do you love to do? What are you passionate about? And then decide, where do you really want to go in this life? Where do you want to be? And you could do it from a big picture perspective, such as a vision of your life, or by looking at it on a smaller scale, such as a goal or a dream that really excites you. Either way, identify what it is you hope to achieve and write down a detailed description of that achievement. And then we make a plan, right? Now that we know exactly where we stand and we have a clear vision of where we want to end up, we're ready to begin designing a path between those 2 points. And to get started, it might help actually to work backward from what you hope to achieve. Think about this. If you have a great plan, be flexible, but pay attention to the signs along the way and adjust when you run into roadblocks. I suggest setting a 90-day timeline to achieve the goal or reach a particular milestone towards that goal. The pressure of a timeline will create flow, profound creativity, and will give you a sense of urgency. And these will help you achieve your goal. I also want you to think of who you could collaborate with to help you get to where you want to go. You see, look for people who push you past your limited ways of thinking, people who can see your long-term vision. And then commit to doing something, even if it's small, that moves you towards your goal every single day. It will place your focus on your intention if you take action. And that's the most important thing. Taking action. Sitting on the couch and dreaming about a big life is wonderful, and it's a great way to start. But it's not how you get that wonderful life. You get things in this world by taking action. And that's what we need to do. And without a firm commitment to carry you through with your plans, a year from now, everything is going to pretty much be the same as it is today. So we need to sit down, write out where it is we want to be, and then start defining some daily activities we can do that will help us to accomplish that goal. And you know me, I recommend you wake up in the morning, you write your goal top of a piece of paper, and then you write down 20 things you can do over the next 24 hours, or as close to 20 as you can get. And then start taking action on those items throughout your day. It'll take you closer to your goal. You'll begin to feel the sense of accomplishment and the amazing willingness to move forward and to do additional things that will help you to achieve your goal will become readily apparent to you. Good things will start to come into your life, and you will start to become more determined to reach your goal by taking action and small steps towards that goal. Now, you may have heard the term or the phrase, if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's probably, right, a duck. Here's the deal. If you want to be a millionaire, talk like one, act like one, and work like one. In other words, act as if you're already the person you want to become. And you see, this works for anything. You want to be a chef? Start garnering chef knowledge. Act like a chef. Talk like a chef. Hang out with other chefs. Guess what'll happen? Sooner than later, you'll become a chef. And you see, what I'm talking about here is feeling and acting like you've already reached your goal. For instance, if you want to win an award, practice accepting the award. What will you say? How will you feel? And how many people will be there? Write it down. Act as if it were impossible to fail. And it'll get you closer to your goal faster than you could ever possibly imagine. And go where you've never gone before. Starting with the end in mind will help you create a more rewarding and fulfilling life. It can take you out of the ordinary and propel you into the extraordinary. And as you strive to create the life you want, make it fun. Make it something that creates enthusiasm and excitement within you. Do the things you love. Dance, play outdoors, write for the fun of it. Volunteer in a way that touches your heart, or get a puppy. And that'll touch your heart, I guarantee it. And connect with a community that lights you up. The community that's already where you want to be. People who are already doing what you want to do. Be a part of their community. Join them. Make friends, build relationships, because you know what? You are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with most often. So who are you hanging out with most often? Look at the 5 people. What are they doing with their lives? How do they live? Where do they live? What are their opinions around the things that you're trying to accomplish? Are you hanging around the right people? That's something we should always consider, because sometimes when we lose people in our lives, it's not always a loss. But let's evaluate the circumstance before we make any immediate changes, okay? Is it that what we're doing is possibly bringing others down? You never know. We may be the linchpin that may be causing the problem. And again, we can change, but we can only change us. We can't change anybody else or expect anybody else to change unless they decide to do so. And I got to tell you, one of the most basic and yet dynamic laws of life is create or disintegrate. You see, every expression of life continuously moves you in one direction or the other. Either you're improving the quality of your life or you're reducing it. But it all comes down to this. The choice is yours, and it's a decision only you can make. Friends, I care about you. I believe in you. We're going to make some changes this year. You're going to work towards goals. We're going to set goals. I believe in you, and I know that you can get there. It's going to be an amazing year, a wonderful year. In fact, this is going to be yours and my best year ever. You know why? Because we're deciding that's what it's going to be, and we're going to make it happen together. Because together, we can do anything. Absolutely, 100% anything. I believe in you. I believe you are worth it. And I believe if anybody can do it, you can. I'll be back tomorrow with some really great stuff, friends. I care about you. Have a beautiful day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.